tsin bineest'ąʼ, ch'il, naníse, ha'zdéez'íí'gi. This is Navajo Grandma, Yate, Abene. Good morning, and while people are out voting, we've already done our due, and I hope everybody's out there. And today we're going to be involved in foraging. Now, a lot back in the day, and when the Native Americans came to this land, many of them foraged for their food. And I'm going to share a few with you. And since it is November and Thanksgiving is around the corner for most Americans, whether you believe in Thanksgiving or not, but whether you are hosting a guest or usually if you bring a dish, why not show off and teach others about foraging by bringing a freshly foraged dish? And these are some delicious forageables that you can find this month. Now, there's also, I want you to know that there's a USA hardiness zone. It's an attempt to divide the country into zones that give us some idea whether certain plants can be grown in any given area. And the primary piece of data used to delineate the zones is the average annual winter temperature experienced in that area. This could just be a list of forageables, but the temperature varies so much across the United States, or no matter the zone or region you live in. Now, the first one, as you can see, this is called mulberries, Morus alba, and it looks a bit like a large blackberry or loganberry. Now, these berries are really drupes. It's called drupes, consisting of a cluster of tiny fruits, and each with a seed. It starts green, then turns pink and dark purple when ripe. Mulberries can be eaten or made into pies, jams, and many other sweets. Now, the mulberries also grow in hardiness. The hardiness zone, which I mentioned, the USDA hardiness zone map, you can see here, I will show you, it's the zone that it's in is 5 through 10. This is a map of the USDA hardiness zone. And if you can see, here is between the zone, the 5 and 10. Here's the 5 and 10. Well, 10 is anything below, actually, over here in Florida. So between this area right here, this area right across here, and I just made a dotted line with the down arrow saying from 5 on down to 10, this is where the mulberries exist. Now, the dotted line goes across. I just couldn't make the dotted line all the way across, so it's all the way from east to west, from coast to coast. So anywhere's in between this area, that's where the mulberries exist, and you can forage them right now. So that's one for the Native Americans. That's number one. This is the wild cranberries, the number 2. I'm not sure how to say this. It's called Viburnum trilobum. And these are the scientific names, okay? Native Americans did not use those words. They grow low to the ground like a small vine, and the berries are easy to identify. They are oval in shape, whitish green when unripe, and deep red when ripe. They can be used in jelly, pie, and medicine. The medicine treats cramps and muscle pains in a tincture, and cranberries grow in hardiness zone 4 through 7. This is the zone that the wild cranberries are in. I'm going to use this chopstick. And here it is from this region down to zone 7. Area is where the wild cranberries all the way from the east coast to the west coast, 4 through 7. This is where you find and can forage the wild cranberries right now. And again, another one for the Native American. I'm sure some of you are very aware of this rose hips, and it is called Rosa canina, and they are fruit of any rose bush. All rose hips are edible. They can vary in color from vibrant red or orange to purple or black. Rose hips help make great jellies, sauces, syrups, soups, and seasoning, and even fruit leather. Rose hips grow in hardiness zone 3 through 9. Here is the zone 3 through 9, if you remember. So here is 3, way up here, and 3 through 9, all the way down to Texas. Don't know how to say this, but it's Dulse, and the name is Palmaria palmata. The seaweed is irregularly branched and divided lobes. Some people use dulse as medicine. Dulse is used for high cholesterol and prevention of iodine deficiency. Dulse can be eaten fresh or dried. In traditional dishes, it is boiled with milk and rye flour or made in a relish and is commonly served with fish and butter. Dulse grows along the northeast coast. While all of these are located in America, we don't want to leave our overseas readers out of the loop, okay? People who read about these things and foraging. Countries like Canada and Australia are also abundant with delicious plants like this. And Canada weather aligns more with the United States, and many of the plants like these can grow in Canada's ecosystem. Canadians can use the hardiness zones to apply to their regions. Grandma does not have a picture of Canada, but again, or Australia, but again, that dulse is all over the United States. So that's another one for foraging for the month of November. We can forage linden seeds, Tilia americana, and the linden can be identified by their characteristic rigid light gray bark, huge heart-shaped, dark green leaves, and showy clusters of yellowish flowers. Linden trees also have an identifiable conical oval crown with densely growing foliage. The seeds are greenish-brown. Linden seeds can be eaten roasted or ground into fox chocolate, FAUX, chocolate. Linden trees grow in hardiness zones 3 through 8 in the Midwest, as well as northeast regions of the United States. Remember, the hardiness zone, the linden seed is from 3 through 8 in the Midwest, but they are also in the northeast regions. So keep that in mind. Wonderful foraging. Here is another foraging wonder, sunchoke. And it's, I hope I can say it right, Helianthus tuberosus. It has green to light brown stems with small white hairs. The leaves are oval in shape and bloom vibrant yellow flowers. Sunchokes grow to 4 to 8 feet. Sunchoke roots can be eaten raw. The root can be used to replace carrots or potatoes. Sunchokes grow in hardiness zone 3 through 8 across the United States. This hardiness zone for sunchoke is in the 3 through 8, almost similar to the other one, but it's all across the United States, 3 through 8 here. Here's 8 and up to 3. Excellent. The common saltwort. It's the name is salsola, a small plant often forming dense strands of unbranched, upright stems to around 30 centimeter in height. Plants may also be branched and slightly sprawling. The petalless flowers are carried in small whorls at the bases of the linear, blunt-tipped succulent leaves. Saltwort can be prepared in a number of different ways, including being steamed or fried as a side dish, rolled up in sushi and in soups and stews. Saltwort grows in hardiness zone 8 through 10 in the southeast regions of the United States. Another foraging wonder is the chicken of the woods. Now, I'm going to try this. Laetoporus sulphurus. Chicken of the woods is fan-shaped to semicircular, and it can be smooth to finely wrinkled with a suede-like texture. Chicken of woods is a yellow to vibrant orange color with a white spore. Chicken of the woods mushrooms are cooked by frying, baking, sautéing, and blanching. They are also a popular meat substitute for chicken or tofu. Chicken of the woods can be found in southwest region of the United States. Wow, look at that. And they are huge in this area here. Southwest area. What you call Matsutake. And again, Tricoloma Matsutake. And it grows under multiple kinds of pine trees. Matsutake mushrooms have very sturdy, thick stems, which are almost always hidden under the soil. The colors of the stem and cap range from a clear white to flaky brown. Matsutake mushroom can also be incorporated into sauces, sautéed into omelets, cooked into pasta, risotto, and made into Matsutake gohan. Matsutake grows in the northwest regions of the United States. Now, the northwest regions, if you can see where Grandma's, here we're showing you, and probably in the Washington, Oregon, all that other place up here. These are acorns. And it's called Quercus, Quercus. That's their name. And they're woody cups made scaly, smooth, or hairy. Acorns are usually ball-shaped or oval, and some kinds have slight ridges on them. Mature acorns can be brown, red, or black. Acorns grow on oak trees. Look for bark that has deep fissures and ridges, giving it a scaly look. The bark color of oak ranges from whitish to gray, almost black. You can identify oak trees by their deeply lobed leaves with pointed or rounded tips. Acorns can be ground to make flour, which is used to make baked goods, such as bread or cookies. Acorns grow in hardiness zone 5 through 8 across all the United States regions. Wonderful. 5 through 8. Here's the regions. 5 through 8. This is across the United States, all the way across here. And I'm going to tell you something about this. This is interesting. Thank you. Wonderful. Another hit for the Native Americans. Since we were talking about acorns, Grandma and Grandpa used to help some tribes and bands become federally recognized, and one of them was the Shingle Springs Band of Miwok Indians. Now, they are located close to Sacramento. This is in California. And I'll tell you, if you're up there in Shingle Springs, you got to go and eat at their casino. Goodness sakes, great food. So, one of the... These are, you need to remember, these are people, a tribe that are in the, near the Pacific, and they are incredible. And they have a story saying that they subsisted off the acorns, and that's how they lived. It's amazing, their traditional stories. But here is this beautiful necklace that was made, and one of the I don't know if he was a chief or whatever. He gave this to me, to Grandma. And isn't this beautiful? And look at the acorns. See how they use that? And then this, they are also interrelated with Polynesians in that area. And they intermarried with them, and it's like almost Polynesian, Native American. Oh, goodness, you should see. Look how beautiful. Handwork, beading, and this is just gorgeous how they... you know, just the handwork itself is beautiful. But I wanted you to see that the Miwok subsisted off of the acorns. And to this day, they make bread, pastries. I mean, it's their mainstay. And you have to leach stuff out of it, but it's an incredible dish. And Grandma wanted to show you this. This is a beautiful necklace that was given to me, and I just adore it. I don't even wear, I think I've worn it twice, but look how beautiful. And these are acorns. The last of our foraging adventure is about sea grapes, and this is called Coccoloba uvifera. Forgive me. But the leaves are round, wide, and evergreen. The younger growth is red, but the foliage matures to bright green with red veins. The flowers are small and cream-colored, blooming in long clusters. The immature fruits resemble green grapes on the vine. The clusters deepen to a red or purple color as they ripen in the fall. Sea grapes can be used to make jams and can be eaten raw. The juice can be used to treat fevers. Sea grapes grows in the hardiness zone of 10 through 11 in the southwest and southeast regions of the United States. Wonderful, wonderful. This is how our native ancestors survived. USDA hardiness zone, it says 10 through 11, so I'm thinking it could be the islands here. Here's 10, and further down, it could be found on the islands. So we're kind of out of luck with sea grapes. It just says that in the southwest and southeast regions of the United States. It could be also around, I don't know, somewhere... we're getting into the Gulf here. I don't, but anyways, that's where the hardiness zone is, and more than likely it's somewhere here in Florida. But wonderful things that we are learning, and Grandma wanted to make sure that you knew about these wonders for November. It's our great Native American Heritage Month. And look at you saw all of the wonders that we've been blessed with and that our ancestors subsisted on. And thank you for watching. This is Navajo Grandma, and I hope you listened. I hope you learned. Hagone.